So, good morning, everyone. Welcome to your Yoga for Everybody class. Whether you're seated or lying down, take a moment to establish stillness with the physical body. Notice if there's anything fidgety, any parts of the body that may want to shift can shift. Always, even when we're shifting, always thinking about how could this lend itself to stillness. Either seated or lying down, become aware of the breath in the body. We could always put one hand on our chest and maybe another hand down on the stomach and become aware of what parts of the body are most open to receive the breath now. So as we inhale, noticing, do we feel any movement around the heart? Do we feel movement in the shoulders, the neck? Do we sense movement in the stomach? Maybe in the sides of the ribs, maybe in the low back even? Let's take a minute with awareness of the breath. Feeling as if the head is relaxed, the chin is down just a little bit. And the gaze can be very soft. So if we have our eyes open, we could always look just past our cheeks. We could look past the tip of our nose. If we're lying down, the gaze is just resting past the cheeks, past the chin. Let's shape the breath in the belly. Maybe even envisioning the energy, the life force of the breath like an orb of light. Between the belly button and the spine, seeing a small gold orb of light. And as we inhale like a balloon, this light will inflate as it fills with air, the abdomen filling with the breath, expanding that gold light in the belly. As we exhale, the belly softens, and just like a balloon, it's going to let go of air and it'll shrink. There's a sense of effortless contraction in the stomach. Inhaling inflation of that energy, just like a balloon expanding. And then exhale, contraction, slowly allowing the abdominal muscles to soften and relax. Inhaling through the nose, if possible, as much as possible. Exhaling from the throat, keeping the lips pressing very softly. Should you notice any tension or any stress in your jaw, take the tip of your tongue and tap it onto your gum line just behind the two front teeth. This is a technique used to relax the back of the tongue, the back of the throat, and even the muscles in the ears to the back of the head and neck. Inhaling through the nose, exhaling from the throat, the lips are still gently pressing. Back of the throat is relaxed, back of the tongue is relaxed. As we exhale with the throat relaxed, sensing that there's this energy of a ha or an ah. If we were to put some effort into that exhale, if we were going to make a sound, the sound would be ha. So we don't have to make an audible sound with this, but maybe we just hear that energy moving up and out from our throat relaxed, that sense of a ha breath. Soften through the pockets of your cheeks, that space between the gum line, the back molars, and the cheek itself, softening all of that energy in the back of the throat and in the jaw, all the way to the inner ear energies. Inhaling through the nose, exhaling with that ha. At any time, if you notice excessive tension in the jaw, head, or neck, open your mouth for that ha. Allow the breath all on its own to show us how easy it is to let go. Every exhale, the body shows us letting go is easy, it's effortless. This is the practice of aparigraha in yoga, aparigraha, letting go. And once you let go, you make space for the next rewarding breath, the next restoring breath. If you're seated, I'd like to invite you to lie down flat on your back with the knees bent for our physical warm-up. Lying down on our backs. Let's keep our knees bent. Bring the arms up and stretch the arms overhead, reaching from the armpits. Reach a little more with the left hand and then the right, feeling that the energy pulls out from the side ribs and the energy pulls out all the way from your waist. Press down into your hips and tailbone and reach a little more. The energy of the hips is grounded. We're focusing on stretching the sides of the lungs. When you're ready, bring the left knee into the chest. Let's wrap our hands behind the left knee. Exhale, pull the leg in towards the heart. Roll out the left ankle, rolling it left and right, pointing and flexing the foot. At your leisure, let's slowly let that leg come down. Drawing the right knee in towards the chest, both hands behind that right leg or knee. Draw the knee in close to the body. Exhale. Roll out the ankle. Point and flex the foot. If you notice any little snap, crackle, pops, this is really common. As long as there's no pain, this is a common reaction to movement. Let's come to a still point, resting that leg. From here, open up the arms like a T with the palms facing up. Let's let the knees sway gently left and right. So maybe first we just think about how the body feels with this movement. If we notice any pain or discomfort, we may want to avoid the twist on one side altogether. At some point, we can match the breath to the movement. Inhale through center. Exhale as the knees twist. Turn your head to look in the opposite direction of the knees. When knees go to the left, head goes to the right. Knees to the right, head turn to the left. Creating a twist that goes from the tailbone through the middle body, all the way up through the crown of the head. Let's do one more on each side. Movement matching breath. Bring the knees to center. From here, let's place both of our hands behind the head and the neck. Inhaling in place, exhale, lift the left leg, bring the knee towards the chest. Exhale, gentle contraction up, gentle lift of the head, and then relax the head, relax the foot. Inhale in place. Let's switch sides. Right knee in, head and heart towards that knee, and then relax. Let's alternate this a few more times. Inhale, exhale, knee in, head up. Inhaling to release, contract. Maybe just one more on each side. When you feel that it's even on left and right, relax your head and neck. Let the knees sway again left and right. Allow the body to choose which side it wants to roll onto. Let's roll to one side and hold it here just for a moment, breathing into the backs of the lungs. Breathe into the low back, the middle back, the upper back. Notice the expression on your face and relax the muscles once more, jaw, tongue, and inner ear, all places in the face and the head relax. Let's use our top hand for support to bring ourselves around into all fours. We could always be down on our forearms if that is more comfortable, or we can stay on the hands and knees. Moving into cat and cow flow. Inhale, belly drops, looking forward, opening the throat. Exhale, pull the belly up and in and drop the head. Inhale to open the belly, massaging the core energy that we just worked. Exhale, round. Creating more awareness of movement with breath. Inhale through the nose on the inhale. Add in that ha breath on the exhale and maybe make a sound this time. Exhaling. Really throw the air out from the abdomen. Inhaling through the nose. Exhale. A couple more like that. Let's come to neutral spine. From here, take the left arm up, open up and look up towards the sky. Exhale, slowly bring that hand down to the floor. Right arm up, looking over the right shoulder. Big inhale, looking up towards the sky or towards the fingertips. Exhale, relax. Just a couple more on each side. Inhale to open. Exhale, close. One more on each side. Absolutely no rush. When you're ready, walk the hands forward. Press the hips back as far as they want to go, maybe even touching the heels. The hips can most certainly stay lifted to maybe take pressure off the knees. Let's look towards our fingertips and open the hands like starfish. Arms are at shoulder width. Inhaling forward, stacking the shoulders over the hands in a kneeling plank. Exhale, press the hips back, warming up the hips and the low back a little more. Inhale forward, stacking the shoulders. Exhaling back. Let's do a few more of these with your own breath. Option to close the eyes. Inhaling forward, maybe close the eyes and just feel. What does it feel like to have the shoulders stacked with the wrist? What does that alignment feel like? Allowing our bodies to get familiar with specific poses based on physical sensation. Let's do one more forward and back. Resetting the hips from child's pose. We could always let the head hang loose. Shake the head, yes. Turn it left and right. Let's shift forward, stacking shoulders over the hands again. And maybe we tuck the toes under and lift the hips, going into downward facing dog. We can always pedal through the soles of the feet, alternating a small knee bend. Hang the head nice and loose. When you're ready, looking towards the hands, let's step our feet towards our hands and come up about halfway. Easy does it on the spine. Easy does it for our blood pressure. When you're ready, arms go out to the side, reverse swan dive, rising all the way up and reaching our fingertips towards the ceiling. Exhale, sweep the arms down and back. Let's fly the arms with our breath a few times. Inhale, arms sweeping up and overhead. Exhale, arms sweeping back and around, exaggerating the inhale and the exhale this time. Inhale, open, chest expanding, arms reaching. Exhale, up and around. Option to close the eyes. Let's do one more full inhale, one more full exhale. From wherever we are, let's take our feet out to about the width of our yoga mat, or maybe even a little wider. Turn the toes out and the heels in for a standing straddle. Let's check in with the knees, feeling like we have a healthy bend in the knee. Inhale, reach the arms up overhead. Exhale, draw the elbows to the ribs and sink down into this squat position. Inhale, rising up, 5-pointed star. Exhale, slowly coming down. Moonflower flow. Inhale, allow the energy to bloom up and overhead with the breath. Exhale, slowly coming down. Option to close the eyes, tuning into the sensations that support us in the soles of the feet, spreading out our toes. When we close our eyes, it's common for the body to get a little shaky, maybe a little wobbly. The body is actually a little uncertain here. We use a lot of our eyesight to maintain physical balance. What we could always try to improve the nervous system is using our felt sense, using how we feel to guide that balance. Closing the eyes, maybe we move a little slower when we feel our way through the practice. This is good. This is good. It's okay to slow down. This is a season for slowing down, preserving energy. Inhale, rising up. On the next exhale, push the hips back and sweep towards the floor with the back flat. Sunflower flow. Inhale, rising up. Exhale, swan diving, hips back, knees bent. Keeping the head higher than the heart and the heart higher than the hips. Matching up the breath. Inhale to lift. Exhale to lower. 2 more. When you're ready, slowly rise up overhead. Hold that 5-pointed star expression. Reach dynamically out through the fingertips. Press down into the soles of the feet. Open the front of the body. 3 big inhales around the heart. Breathe in through the nose. Exhale, relax. 2 more. Big inhale. Exhale. 1 more big breath in. Let the whole body soak up your breath. And then let it go. When you're ready, relax your hands. Let's roll the shoulders back. Step the feet into the width of the pelvis bones. Moving into a chair flow. Let's open the palms. Inhale, sweeping the arms overhead. Exhale, sweeping the arms back and around. Let's sit the hips back and reach in front of the body into chair pose. Inhale, sweeping up and overhead. Exhale, sitting back into chair. Arms come up to shoulder height or maybe a little higher. Inhale, rising up. Pause, squeeze the muscles in the pelvis. Exhale, keep squeezing the muscles up through the pelvis. Press into the feet. Inhale, relax. Pause, pull up through the pelvis. Slowly sit back. A couple more like this. Relax, inhale, lengthen. Pull up through the pelvic floor, sweep and sit back. Just 1 more. Inhale the arms up and overhead, extended mountain, Utthita Tadasana. If you want, bring the hands in front of you with the palms up. Glue the elbows in, lower the chin, and think of pulling up with the hands, keeping the elbows glued into the side waist. This is going to stretch or open through the solar plexus. From here, keeping the chin down, let's shift forward. Maybe lift the heels just enough to swipe a credit card under your feet, just a little bit. Let the body shake or wobble a little bit. Let the body get a little uncertain and then establish stillness. When you're ready, lift the chin slightly. Maybe open the throat a little more and maybe take the elbows away from the waist and press up and back into a small standing back bend. Your heels may touch the floor or the heels might be up just a little bit. 1 more big breath in. And now exhale, relax. Right. So let's jump in with one of my favorite breathing techniques at the top of this sequence called Breath of Joy. It's 3 short inhales and 1 big exhale. This breath starts a little slow, and as it progresses, it gets faster. We usually start with about 12 of these breaths. The first 4 will be a little slower than your natural breath. The next 4 will probably be rhythmic and pretty authentic to your own natural breath. And then the final set of 4 are going to be a little faster. So we're going to be recruiting just a little more effort with that rhythm. This is what the breath looks like. We take the arms in front of us first. So it's inhale to the front, inhale to the side, inhale overhead, and then ha. This is what the breath looks like. So those 3 breaths, I'm inhaling through the nose, flaring out the nostrils, just really expanding the nasal passageways as much as possible. If you notice that this feels uncomfortable at any time, slow down the breath, decrease the effort of the force, maybe even breathe in through your mouth if it feels better. Let's get ready. Establish a stance, solid energy rooting to the earth. Exhale all the way. First 4 slow. Natural, a little faster. Now faster. Last one. And now just relax. Shake off your hands, shake off your feet. Notice how you feel. Roll the shoulders back. Heart open, chest open, lungs are ready for just a little more breath. From here, let's inhale the arms up and overhead. Reach dynamically to the sky, straight up. Stepping the left foot back for a casual warrior one. Let's bend our right knee forward as we reach towards the sky. Staying for 2 more big breaths. Exaggerate the inhale around your heart. Pull up the ribs, open the chest. 1 more big breath. When you're ready, circle the arms behind you, chest expansion. Inhale, opening up. Shoulders stay down and back. Let's open the throat, straightening the right leg, pulling the ribs up, maybe even looking at the sky in an exaggerated back bend. 1 more big breath. Exhale, come through center. Bend that right knee a little bit and slowly lower down for pyramid pose. We may keep the hands by the back. We may bring the fist slightly over the head. We could even release the hands if it feels more supportive. Let's relax our head and neck. Shake out the head, yes. Turn it left and right. Again, allowing the breath to take away any tension, any stress, any subconscious worry. Exhale. When you're ready, walk the hands up onto the right thigh. Let's bend that right knee. Keep the left hand on the right thigh. Let's take the right hand to our low back. Inhaling in place. As you exhale, twist towards the right, looking over the right shoulder or looking in alignment with the heart, wherever the neck is comfortable, wherever you feel the most balanced. Allow your gaze to rest in that place. Let's push down into the left heel behind us. Pull up from your right shoulder and rotate a little more. Notice the breath in the upper right lung. One more breath. Notice the upper right lung. When you're ready, slowly bring it to center. Let's bend that right knee. Bring the hands to the heart. Anchor the energy here. Let's turn our left heel in and face the long edge of your mat for warrior 2 pose. We may want to scoot that left leg back and lengthen the stride a little bit. We could even walk our right foot more to the middle of our yoga mat. Notice the sensations in the feet that move up to the hips and then up to the shoulders, head and neck. From here, let's turn our right palm up. Take the left hand to the low back. Inhale, reach straight up with that right hand. Reverse warrior. Continuing to lunge forward. Healthy bend in that right knee. Press down into that right hip and anchor through that right foot. Inhale, pull up from the right ribs, reaching through the right arm. One more big inhale, big breath in. Exhaling to side angle, taking the right hand or the elbow onto the right thigh. Let's take that left arm away from our back, and we could reach it straight up to the sky or take it over your head with the palm down. Press down and back into the left foot and reach with the left fingertips. Exaggerate the breath in the left lung. 2 more breaths here, opening the left side of the body. This is to improve digestion, metabolism, and willpower. The energetic concept here is tapas. When you're ready, come up to warrior 2. From here, let's bring our hands to the hips. Turn both toes to the long edge of the mat for a straddle. Both toes are forward. Inhale, bow out the chest, lift the ribs. Exhale, press the hips back, and let your torso drop forward into a standing straddle. Shaking out the head again, checking in with the breath. At least 3 big exhales here with a forced ha. Big inhale. Exhale. Like a big sigh of relief. 2 more. When you're ready, walk the body halfway up. Let's create a little bend in the knees, then walk all the way up. Let's walk our feet in and stand at the top of our yoga mat, hips width. Inhale, sweep the arms overhead. Exhale, sweep them back. Let's just fly the arms a few times. Maybe even close the eyes, giving the body time to organize or to process any signals that may have come up with that sequence. Draw in a big inhale. One more big inhale, big exhale, trusting that breath to mend, to heal, and to organize information in the body for us. Let's meet with our hands at the heart. Anjali Mudra, seal of physical reverence. When you're ready, stepping the right foot back, a casual stride. Lunging forward, let's inhale the arms, sweep them overhead, warrior 1. Continuing to lunge forward, pressing down and back through the right heel. Let's exaggerate that inhale. Exhale can be out from the throat with the lips touching, or let it go like a sigh. When you're ready, sweeping the arms behind us, chest expansion, rolling the shoulders down and back, feeling as if the shoulder blades are slipping down towards the back hips. Let's straighten that left leg, keep a kink in the knee, opening up the throat, pull the chest, pull the sternum up towards the chin, then open the throat. 3 exaggerated breaths here. Flare out your nostrils. 2 more. When you're ready, inhale, bend the front knee a little bit. Let's come forward for pyramid. Relaxing the head and the neck. We could always take the fist or the hands away from the back or down towards the floor in some way. Hang your head nice and loose. Letting go with the breath. The more we let go through the jaw, the more we give permission to the low back to release as well. When you're ready, bend the left knee. Let's walk the hands up onto our left thigh. Holding the right hand on the left thigh, the back is flat. You could even do cow pose for a moment. Just release the hips back, pull the stomach forward and up. Keeping our right hand on the left thigh, let's take our left knuckles to the low back. Inhaling in place. Exhale into a gentle twist. Keep pressing back through that right foot. Feeling an energy that stretches from the back right heel to the front of the right hip, and then across to your left shoulder in that twist. They call this a spiral line of energy, spiraling line. Notice the breath in the upper left lung. Position the head and neck where the body is able to experience the most stability in the pose. One more big inhale. When you're ready, exhale, slowly coming out of that spiral. Let's inhale the arms overhead, turning the right heel in, opening into Warrior Two pose. Let's take a moment to notice what the body might prefer for Warrior Two. Stepping that right foot back a little more, inching the left foot in a little more, looking beyond the left fingertips in our strong warrior posture. Inhaling through the nose, exhale from the throat. Let's turn our left palm up, continuing to lunge forward, press down into that left foot, lift the left arm, right knuckles to the low back. As we inhale, pulling up and out from our side rib, rib away from the waistline, armpit up and away from the side of the heart. One more inhale, exhaling side angle, taking the left hand or the left elbow onto the left thigh. We can look down to the side or up and over the right shoulder. Let's reach our right arm straight up to the sky. Maybe the arm overhead. Continuing to press back into the right foot in side angle pose. Pressing our shoulders away from the ears, no matter where we are with the arm expression. Shoulders press away from the ears, the throat stays open, the muscles in the neck continue to relax and release tension. Breathe mostly into your upper right lung. When you're ready, slowly come to Warrior Two, establishing that strong warrior stance. Looking past the left fingertips. Let's lower our hands to the hips. Turn the left toe forward. Find that standing straddle for your body. You could even have the toes in and the heels out just a little bit. This is a technique used to stretch the muscles that are around the hip and the glutes. So this can help to relieve tension for sciatic nerve and piriformis. At any time, if there's any pain, eliminate the stretch and do what feels natural for you. Let's place our hands on the hips. Bow out the chest, exaggerate the inhale. And when you're ready, hips go back, chest dips forward, relaxing the head and the neck. Hands might walk down to the ankles. Exaggerate the exhale. The more we exhale, the more potential there is for the whole body to experience ease in the stretch. When you're ready, slowly walk the hands up, coming up about halfway. Easy does it. And then coming up the rest of the way. Let's inch our feet in towards each other. Let's center the energy with some sweeping breaths, sweeping the arms. Inhale, reach up. Exhale down, establish the foundation. Notice if the body has impulse to fidget or move. Give into that. Give into that fidgety energy. Give into that energy that maybe was trapped and now it's working its way out. Move intuitively when your body wants to move. Let's do a couple more of these sweeping arms. And again, if you want to move your feet around in any way, move your feet, move the hands. One more. From here, let's soften the whole body in preparation for our standing balancing pose today. So for our standing balancing pose today, we have tree pose, Vrikshasana. Let's shift our weight into one foot, allowing the body to choose what's going to be that trunk or that anchoring pillar of support. I'm standing on my right leg, lifting the left leg and turning the knee out. Our toe might anchor to the earth. Maybe the heel is touching the inside of the ankle. We could always give the leg a little bit of an assist and bring the foot up as high as the inner thigh and groin region. No matter where we are, lower the chin, establish a steady gaze that creates for you the most balance. And balance could be physical, it could be energetic, it can be emotional, it can be an abstract judgment or belief system, but find your balance in this moment. You can keep the hands at the heart to anchor the energy, or let your arms expand out from the trunk of the body, just like mighty branches reaching towards the sun, growing towards the sky. Just one more easy breath here. Stay a little longer. If this feels right for you, stay longer. You can always go back and do the other side later. If you think you might want to switch sides, slowly bring the hands down. Let's slowly step both feet down to the floor, establishing our base of support. At your leisure, switching sides, keeping in mind that the pose can look very different from left to right. Our practice does not have to be symmetrical. Our bodies aren't symmetrical. We have different organs on different sides of the body, different lengths of ligaments. So mobility can be different. It's not necessarily bad or good, just different. We might experience balance in a different way from left to right. Again, nothing is better or worse, it's just different. Allow the hands to move into any place that promotes that sense of balance. It is most common to feel most physically balanced when we look down towards the floor, maybe past the cheeks or past the nose. Based on neurological studies, this is just a place where the gaze can focus and absorb energy, creating the most physical stability. Breathe in, breathe out, let go. If you take a big exhale, a sigh of relief, does that change the pose? How does the body act? If you take a big inhale, how does the body act? Just notice. Stay longer if you want, or slowly release the hands, anchor both feet, stepping into our feet, rolling out ankles, rolling out toes. Let's get ready for just some gentle core work. Inhale the arms overhead, exhale swan dive. Taking one foot back at a time, let's press our hips back, reset the hips. So let's do a little bit of plank today. And in preparation for plank, If you know that your wrists are feeling tender or sensitive, maybe it's carpal tunnel, let's get all of that pressure off the wrist and come down onto the elbows for a moment. If you're on your hands, shifting forward, shoulders in line with the wrist, and maybe tuck the toes under and lift the knees. The hips are going to be a little high. If we're down on our elbows, shifting forward, shoulder with elbow in a straight line, tucking the toes, pushing back through the heels, the hips are going to be a little high. It's okay. It's still core work. It's still leading us into the essence of plank pose. Let's hold it there for about 3 to 5 breaths. Inhale through the nose, exhale from the throat. Inhale through the nose, exhale from the throat. One more, inhale through the nose, exhale from the throat. Let's lower our knees, sit back, bending our knees in front of the body, having the feet and the knees at hips width. Wrap the hands around the sides of the thighs. When you're ready, rock back and hover the feet. From here, act surprised. 1, 2, 3. Pull up through the ribs, lengthen through the crown of the head. Feel the heart pulling forward and pulling up. So we're basically aligning the upper spine. Let's straighten one leg, point the toe, and maybe straighten the other leg or alternate. So we're going to hold this about 5 to 10 breaths, depending on how fast your rhythms are moving in the body. 5 to 10. Continue to lift through the heart, lift through the chest. You could alternate at any time. Breath might be a little shallow, especially with core work. Maybe just a couple more breaths. When you're ready, let's lower the feet, touch the toes together and open the knees. Countering that core work, let's soften the belly. Let your low back stretch over your kidneys and drop the head. So as we're holding butterfly pose, maybe envision the breath like a wave, a tide, a water that washes over the sides of the hips, the sides of the spine. The kidneys, when we open the kidneys in this pose, this is a technique energetically to promote the element of water in the body. And this is such a dry season. These types of poses are what we use in particular this time of year to keep us hydrated, to continue nourishing the body through that water element. Breathe in like a wave of energy washing over your low back, over your middle back. Feel the breath washing up and over your shoulder blades. Let's stay for just 2 more breaths, allowing those kidneys to open and activate. Let's slowly come up when you are ready. Bringing the knees in and together. We might want to lengthen one leg out. And let's see that the space around us is clear for us to come to lying down on the floor. You may want to hold onto a leg or protect the head and neck. You can lie back this way. Setting both feet down on the floor. Knees can be bent. Maybe we touch the knees and walk the feet out, or straighten the legs out. Use this time to get comfortable. So as we are moving into final relaxation and meditation, grab your pillows, your blankets, anything that you know helps you to maintain a sense of peace and stillness in your body. Grab those resources and get comfortable. If there are any movements that your body is craving while we're lying here on the floor, take a minute and work that out. So let's just take at least the next quiet minute to listen to the body. That's where all of the intelligence is. It's all in those body feelings. Do your toes need to wiggle? Do your toes need socks? Does your head need to maybe roll left and right, or maybe stick your tongue out? Lion's breath. Do we need to twist a little more? You could always bend your knees and, just create that familiar twisting and rocking with the knees to churn and massage the belly. Reminding ourselves this is our practice. The body is the teacher, the breath is the guide. At any time, you can change positions, you can move. Let's find some still point, even if just for a moment, to notice the breath. Notice after the exhale. Notice a little gap, a small space just after the exhale. You might even coach yourself through the breath, inhaling 1, 2, 3. Exhale 3, 2, 1. Pause. And in that pause, just wait for your next thought. Watch the mind. What's the next thought? What is it? Just notice it and let it go. This is a meditation technique, mastering thought versus thinking. We cannot help our thoughts. That is our teaching in yoga. Thoughts are just electrical impulses, usually triggered by environment, past experiences, sensory stimuli. Thoughts are spontaneous. We cannot help our thoughts. We can manage the thought, though. We can decide if it's worth thinking about. So in this practice, inhale, exhale, 3, 2, 1, pause. What is the thought? Let it go. Maybe even coaching ourselves through it, affirming, noticing, there it is, and then saying to ourselves, let it go. Now, if you have a thought that is incessant, it's just compulsive. This happens especially with stress and worry. There's a thought that keeps coming up, something that's hard to drop. Let's just give in to it. Surrender to the thought. Surrender to it. It's our resistance to something that creates more resistance, more pain, more frustration. So if you have a thought that keeps coming up, feel it in your belly. And then inhale. Bring that thought up to your heart. And exhale. See it move out like a white light. So we're just going to transform the energy, the energetic potential in those thoughts. You don't have to necessarily rid the body of it. Just change it, transform it. Inhale, exhale. Pause. What's the next thought? Do we let it go here, or do we take an inhale, bring it to the heart, And then exhale, push it out. Take the next 2 quiet minutes to practice this, pausing after the exhale. Wait for a thought. Notice you have a choice. Do you let it go? Or do you bring it up and transform it from the inside to the out? Let's practice this 2 quiet minutes. Please find the breath and let go of any gap. Let go of any pause. Allow the whole body to soften around the awareness of the next couple breaths. Place your hands on your belly and feel the rise and fall of the abdomen. Affirm to your body and to yourself, I have all the peace, all the love, and all the power in me and all around me to heal. I have all the peace, all the love, all the power in me and all around me to heal. Whether we identify with an illness in the body or not, healing, or to say I am healed, it's a place of wholeness. It's a place of surrender. It's a place of sacred and radical acceptance. We can continue to rest easy with the breath. Maybe bring one hand on the heart in closing. If you know that your body wants to come up to seated, take your sweet time, make your way up to seated. There's no rush. From seated, we may bring the hands to the heart, Anjali Mudra. And again, you may want to continue lying down. From wherever you are, let's draw in a deep, unifying breath. Feeling gratitude for the body, gratitude for the life force, gratitude for the company that we're able to keep in these classes virtually. Let's let that breath go. And from here, we can close together. Namaste, everyone. Enjoy your beautiful day.